Hello, and welcome to this restorative yoga class for trusting in calm. So, we will be starting in 10 minutes. For those of you who like to just join us for the beginning of the class, you can just scrub ahead 10 minutes. So, it's nice to be with you live today. Tim is here in the comments, and we will just keep each other company for the next 10 minutes, which we love to do on a live stream. Um, so you will need 2 blocks and a bolster, a yoga strap, and an eye pillow. And you can let us know where you're joining us from today in the comments. And that would be great. I am joining you live from Victoria, BC. And it's been really chilly here this week. So, as I say, we will be starting the class in 9 minutes at the top of the hour, so we can keep each other company for the next 9 minutes. We will be doing a restorative yoga class to trust in calm. So if you're just pressing play, you can just scrub ahead 9 more minutes, and then we will be starting the class with a gentle legs up the wall. This is your setup. So you're going to need a bolster, 2 blocks, a meditation cushion or blanket at the base of the bolster, a strap, and an eye pillow, so that gives you lots of time to get those props. If you're just joining us, you can let us know in the comments where you're joining us from, so we can say hello. And I can turn my phone off of airplane mode, get my glasses, and just say hello to you all for the next few minutes. So hello to Carrie from California. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hello, Maria from Romania. And hello, Colleen from Cambridge. It's cold and snowy there, so maybe just make sure you have an extra blanket with you so that you can pull it up over top of you and be nice and cozy while we're practicing the restorative yoga today. So it's great to be practicing with everybody today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be starting in about 9 minutes. Hello, Mark from Portland, Oregon. Sunny, starting to warm up today. That's great. Yeah, we have cherry blossoms out in Victoria, so it's starting to get nice here as well. We're supposed to go up to double digits in Celsius starting next week, so that will be nice. Let me know your plans for the weekend. If you have any fun plans for the weekend, let me know in the comments. Kamala is here from Bel Air in Maryland. Welcome, Kamala. We just had a lovely retreat last weekend in our membership community, so I just uploaded 6 brand new classes for our members. And there's 2 Qigong inspired classes. One was really cool. It was a self massage and acupressure that you can do prior to going to sleep. And then one was a Qigong flow that was very gentle to prepare you for sleep. And then there were 4 brand new yin classes. And then we're starting a brand new theme in for April, March, April, and May on intention. And we're going to really be rallying our members with lots of prizes. So today I'm wearing a whole outfit from Girlfriend Collective. So we'll have gift certificates from Girlfriend Collective, from Native, which is another wonderful company, maybe some mugs. We're going to have a private session from me. So when members do all the classes on the calendar and post about their classes on the DYC and on my mat today, when they take pictures and share on social media, they're going to get points, and we'll have lots of prizes for winners at the end of the 3 months. So if you are a member and are practicing today, you might want to take a photo of your experience today of restorative yoga. And if you're on social media on Instagram, my Instagram is at Dr. Melissa West. And on Facebook, I'm Yoga with Dr. Melissa West. And you could take a photo and post it, and then that will go towards your March, April, May. So that would be a great way to start the intention contest. We'll post all about that in on March the 1st. So all the details will be there for March the 1st if you're a member. So we're going to be starting in 3 minutes. So I just want to say hello to some more people who are joining us. Hello, Joe. Joe says she's looking forward to opening her heart to herself. That is a beautiful intention for today. I think you will definitely be able to do that with the theme of today's class. Maria is here from London. Thank you so much, Maria, for joining us. It's really beautiful to be practicing with all of you today. Joe is a Qigong practitioner. Thank you, Joe. That's really beautiful. She says she loves my down-to-earth approach and how she combines this practice with yoga. Thank you, Joe. That's really kind of you. Maria wants to know how the book is going. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I'll be totally transparent and authentic with you. It's been really challenging for me over the last few months to work on the book as well as running Yoga with Melissa in the membership community. I have the theory chapter out, which I really want to tighten up and condense down, and that's been on my list to do for the last few weeks. But come hell or high water, I'm going to do that today or tomorrow. I don't want this week to go by without doing that. And once I do that, I can really hand it over to the editor. I had a great meeting with a friend last week, and we're going to start in 2 minutes. And she said she really helped me see that the structure of the book is fine. It's just a layout issue. So it's actually way further ahead than I thought it was. So thank you so much for asking, Maria. It's coming along. I'm going to be part of a cheese summit in May, which I'm making some classes for. And I've got some things coming up that are going to work with the book for that. So things are probably chugging along better than I think they are, and all of a sudden it'll be done. But I did have a reading, like an intuitive reading, and she said it will be out at towards the end of this year. So if you put any stock in that kind of stuff. Hello, Kamala, and Tanya, and Carlin from rainy Atlanta. Carlin is editing her first draft this weekend. Wow, that's amazing. You are speedy. Aaliyah, hello, Aaliyah from Finland. Hello, Melissa, welcome. Hello, Susan, so nice to see you. Nina is here from Sweden. Patty is here, welcome. And nice to see you all saying hello to each other. Hello, Paula from California. And yeah, I think it's probably time to get started. I need to put my phone on airplane mode. Tim is here in the comments. So it's so nice to see all of you. It really warms my heart. Thank you for saying hello, and thank you for greeting each other as well. I'm really feeling the love and the encouragement this morning. Hello to Karen in Whitewater, BC. White Rock, BC. Hello, Michelle. Are we at 9 o'clock? Okay. Welcome to this restorative yoga to trust and calm. To start today, you're going to need your bolster on an incline with 2 blocks and then either a folded blanket or a cushion here. You're going to be in this gentle legs up the wall for about 10 minutes. So just to show you how to come into the pose, if you don't have all these props, you could just do legs up the wall or legs up a chair or up the couch. That's fine. But you might want to try this if you do have the props. I'm going to encourage you just to, you might want to use a strap for this as well. so that you can really relax your legs. So just the same way you come to legs at the wall, you're going to put your butt right against the props, and then you'll rest down like this. And then I would encourage you to use the strap around your legs just so that you can really relax them on the prop and you don't have to think about it again. And then if it's cool where you are, definitely pull a blanket up over top of you. You're going to be in this pose for 10 minutes. And if you like an eye pillow, if that helps you to rest more, to relax your eyes, to tune out the visual stimulus, and then you can put an eye pillow over your eye as well. And you can just allow yourself to land here now. To feel the nourishing quality of this gentle inversion. To feel the support of the props. To feel your body sinking into the ground. And as your bones sink down through your muscles, as gravity holds you and allows you to let go of tension, just notice how your breath is moving through your body, feeling the length of your exhalation. Remember, your intention in a restorative yoga class is to let go of all tension and holding into the props, into the ground as much as possible. So, the intention in this class is to trust in being peaceful, calm, warm, non-reactive, loving, and kind towards ourselves more than we put our trust in our own reactivity, our distress, our stress, our suffering, our anxiety, and depression. And by that, I mean it's sort of where we place our attention and our allegiance in our mind. You know, it's like our mind has that kind of negativity bias where we will trust more in our anxiety, in our stress, in our suffering than we will when feelings of calmness and warmth and love come up. So, can we trust that those feelings of peacefulness within us? And can we trust that place of calm? Can we trust that that's a wise place to be? That we can cultivate those feelings, those wholesome feelings, and that when they do arise, we can allow them to expand, we can nourish them, we can sustain them. So there really is a place of safety inside of us. And when we do things like we're doing right now, when we're practicing our restorative yoga, we really touch into these places. So I want to acknowledge each and every one of you for making a choice like you are today to practice this restorative yoga, for touching into that place of calm and peace and safety within you. It's because when we do, it creates these neural pathways in our minds and our heart minds to be able to surrender more and more, not just on our yoga mats, but off our yoga mats as well, to these places of peace and safety within us. So that we no longer have to invest in our habitual ways of rushing, anxiety, pushing ourselves, inner criticism, and being in conflict with reality. Okay, you're going to very gently bend your knees and release that strap from your legs. You can put it to the side. We'll use it again at the end of the class when we come back to this gentle legs up the wall. And roll to your side, moving slowly, trusting that we can move slowly, that we don't have to move at a hurried pace. And you're going to just put this meditation cushion or the folded blanket off to the side as well. And you're going to bring your right leg so that it's parallel to the long edge of your mat, and then place your right foot on the thigh, and then your left leg is going to be parallel to the short edge of your mat, and turn and face your bolster. So you're going to keep this whole setup here. And then you're going to fold forward over your bolster, and you're going to be in a front lying twist for 5 minutes here. So give yourself a few minutes to feel into the pose. Let yourself settle in a way that feels good. Make any necessary adjustments. Can you soften your jaw? Soften the space between your eyebrows, soften your shoulders. Relax your hips and your legs. And really just trust in the yoga itself, trust in the pose. So we are going through a profound time of spiritual awakening. Even for those of us who have been on the spiritual path for many years and decades, are being asked to awaken to deeper levels of trust and love and peace. Our souls are encouraging us to let go of habitual ways of being where we hustled for our worth, listen to our inner critic, pushed to do more and be more. And we're really caught up in people pleasing. And to a certain extent, you know, with those habits and ways of being, we put our trust in our reactivity and in our inner critic. And so this is a very transitional time. It's one where the old ways have not fully let go. And even though we can see and have a vision for this new way of being, and this new way of being, to trust the to move forward, to clearly embrace and trust the peace and calm. Right now, we're sort of in this transitional phase. And so we can trust also that we're in transition and that things, as much as we would like them to, don't happen right away. And so we can trust that we can take baby steps towards the new phase too, that it will happen gradually, slowly over time. Okay, you're going to slowly come up. And then we're going to set this up on the other side. So you can just leave your bolster where it is. On this side, you will have your left leg towards the long edge of the mat. Your foot will be on your right thigh, and then your right shin will face the short edge of the mat. You want to be right up against the bolster here. And then you'll turn your spine towards the bolster and you'll rest down onto it. And again, you'll be on this side for 5 minutes. And this side may feel different, so make any adjustments that you need to. Give yourself time to soften, rest into the bolster, soften your shoulders, your jaw, your eyebrows, your hips, your feet. Just letting go into the props. Okay, I have a poem for you on this side. It's called The Colors by Angie Trudell Vasquez. Language and borders, skin color and barriers, love knows no lines. Boundaries are drawn on the shifting sands of time. War spoils to the victors, heartache for the people living there. And I chose this poem because it's about times of change. The land remains, but the people come and go. Different groups fight on foreign lands, plow the fields, plant the crops, clear trees for new homes. This is one blue planet circling around the sun. One sun shines down on us all, makes everything grow. Crops flow with the pulse of a million hands who put fingertips to soil, plant seeds, water them with sweat from their brow, and feed the world with their exhale. There are millions of bent heads at schools, in office cubicles, grocery stores, and factories across this vast continent. People marching for change seen just over the horizon. The colors of the sky that signify a shift is about to come for you and I, and for all living in the shadows. The time is ripe for us to take our place at the table and say, we're here. We have always been here, and we are not going anywhere. This is our home. Change is the only constant, the ebb and flow of our tongues, cultures, bloodlines, loves. I believe someday we will sing about how it used to be, how we feared those we loved most would be taken away from us walking down the street driving. Today we are closer, but we're not there yet. We can see justice flickering in the distance, and what has been given can't be taken away so easy. The door is open, and it is time to walk through the day of light, to stand in the sunshine, say, I am here, and I want to contribute. I believe, I believe, I believe. Okay, slowly release this pose from your body. And you're going to come up. We're going to come into a standing wide-legged forward fold. And for this one, you're going to take your blocks, or you may need a chair. So you're going to take your blocks and place them on the medium level and then on the high level. And then you're going to stand in front of them. And you're going to stand, we're not going to be in this pose very long. You're going to stand with your feet wide. And you're going to fold forward and you're going to rest your head on the blocks. And you could also rest your head on a chair. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and then you're going to release this down. You can put the blocks off to the side. And for the next one, you're going to need your bolster. And you're going to need a blanket. So for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to put the bolster, it will be underneath your hips. And for the blanket, this is the reclined twist. So we'll start with like a bridge pose. So you can just come onto the bolster so that it's on your hips. And then we'll take our arms wide and we'll press into our feet, lift the hips, take them over, and we'll I think I want to be a little bit over more. So this gives a really nice opening through the chest. So your knees and your hips are on the bolster, and I want you to just place the blanket between your knees. So you get a really nice opening through your shoulders here. And chest, you're going to be here for 5 minutes. So these twists and gentle inversions should, my intention is that they will support you in this transitional chime. When we can meet each a moment with a calm, open, and receptive heart, we're not so caught up or agitated. Non-reactive ways of receiving our reality allows us to process our experience with wisdom. Then we can respond with peace, calmness, generosity, love, and wisdom. When we put our trust in peace and calm, generosity, love, and wisdom, we no longer get overridden by our reactivity. We can trust in our inner goodness. So each time we make a choice like you have today to practice a restorative yoga class, or maybe do a yoga nidra or a yin yoga or qigong, we are choosing to stay grounded in ourselves, to come home to ourselves, and to trust in peace, and to trust in this inner calm. And we're, as I said before, we're creating these habits, we're creating these neural pathways that radiate out, not just to ourselves, because we're all connected, right? We're interbeings. And so this goodness that we cultivate on our mats radiates out for the benefit of all beings. So it creates this change. Okay, you're going to come back to the center and untuck your hips. And then we'll go ahead and do this pose on the other side. So you press into your feet, take your hips over to the left side of your bolster, drop your knees over to the right this time, having that blanket between your knees, and then opening your shoulders out. So you'll be here for 5 minutes. This is a poem that felt like calmness to me. This is called At This Age by Mary Wenner. It feels inordinately calm, like November's lake beginning its casual curl, the late geranium in staunch regard, agreeable in the changing light, restlessness set aside like a spade in winter, the low voice in the kitchen where everything smells of fennel and rosemary, hum and whistle in the front room, the logs catching. At this age, it feels inordinately calm, like November's lake beginning its casual curl, the late geranium in staunch regard, agreeable in the changing light, restlessness set aside like a spade in winter, the low voice in the kitchen where everything smells of fennel and rosemary, hum and whistle in the front room, the logs catching. Okay, you're going to come back to the center now. And actually, we're going to stay in the center for our next pose. So you just untuck your hips, leave the bolster underneath your pelvis here, and you can adjust it so that it feels comfortable. You're going to do supported bridge here. And you can have your arms on your belly, or if you want to take them overhead with your arms straight or bent, whichever feels most calming and restorative to you. You can place your eye pillow on your eye. If you're getting cool, you can pull a blanket over top of you. You're going to be here for 5 minutes. So, part of becoming wise is noticing the ways that we put our trust in our reactivity, or just the ways that we're loyal to our reactivity. All the ways that we contract against reality, react, resist, shut down, and pull away, and how much time we invest in that. So, just with kindness and awareness, awareness itself is a very kind thing that we do for ourselves. We just can notice the way that we invest in our spinning thoughts. And that's what I mean by the way that we trust our spinning thoughts. We're loyal to them, we put our time into them. And these are just simply habitual patterns that have become deeply ingrained. And when we notice that, that's the kindness of awareness. And we can make a different choice to put our trust in something else. This will be made up of a bunch of small choices over time that slowly will create a different habit and a different pattern. It's an act of kindness to notice that being loyal to the spinning mind, the suffering, the rushing, the people pleasing mind, the reacting against reality, the resistance, the shutting down is causing us to struggle and causing us to have distress. And to respond with that kind of awareness and choose something different for ourselves. And as I said, each time we choose a practice like restorative yoga, each time we do something kind for ourselves, each time we notice our mind going out, spinning out, it's not to judge ourselves. Our mind will do that a million times. It's just what our mind will do. We just notice, and that act of noticing is an act of kindness. And then we can kindly redirect ourselves to something more calm, more peaceful, so that it's easier to respond from a place of peace and kindness more often, so that we're putting our trust, we're saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to put my trust in something different. I'm going to put my trust in peace and kindness more often. To a friendly mind. So I have a poem called To Friends by Michael Kohler. This is the time we have left. These hours that we leave, let us walk in a sun-dappled lane or a summer city sidewalk. My friends, let us walk a time together. How is your life and your happiness? Please answer for me these most important questions. It sometimes seems our troubles and the days and hours that contain them overshadow those moments of stillness where the quiet rings with the peace of chapel bells that once announced the approach of dusk, signaling time to change pace. Slow down. Day is done. Night comes. Let us walk lightly, and we will find the footsteps shared with friends that are not counted against the sum of our lives. When we walk, the day stretches farther than we can see, and when it is time to leave, it is too soon. This is the time we have left. These hours that we live, let us love. Okay, so you're going to slowly come out of your restorative bridge pose, and we're going to set up the gentle legs up the wall, or you can do legs up the wall or legs up the couch or a chair. So the way we had that set up last time, you want to take it right to the edge of your mat with your blocks. So one on the highest setting, one on a medium setting, and then you had your meditation cushion or your folded blanket, and you had your strap. And just like you would do with legs up the wall, you bring your butt right up against it and you lie down. But we're going to just bind our feet so that you don't have to hold them in place the whole time. So sticking your feet in the strap and placing it on the bolster. And you may want to place an eye pillow on your eyes. And if you're cool, you can pull a blanket up over top of you. Take a moment to, relax your feet, relax your shoulders. Let your eyes sink back. You're going to be here for, let's see. You can have 10 minutes here. So you've got a nice long 10 minutes here to really let yourself rest and trust in the calm and peacefulness here. So let your tongue be heavy. Let there be space between your teeth. Let your eyes rest back. Let the backs of your shoulder blades hold your heart. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart if that feels supportive for you. And just notice what it feels like as you integrate this class, as you rest back here in your final restorative pose, to trust in calm, to trust in that calm place within you. So we can trust in being peaceful and calm. From our own experience, we know that this is a more trustworthy place than our reactivity, our anxiety, our stress and suffering. And so we trust that this place of peacefulness is a wise place to be. We can make some efforts to cultivate this peace as we have done today in our restorative yoga class. And then when peaceful states arise spontaneously in our day-to-day lives, we can stay with them. We can savor them, and we can allow them to increase in our awareness. This peace is always within us, and so we don't have to rely so heavily on our circumstances outside of ourselves. This poem is called Over the Weather by Naomi Shihab Nye. We forget about the spaciousness above the clouds, but it's up there. The sun's up there too. When words we hear don't fit the day, when we worry what we did or didn't do, what if we close our eyes, say any word we love that makes us feel calm, slip it into the atmosphere and rise. Creamy miles of quiet, giant swoop of blue. We forget about the spaciousness over the clouds, but it's up there. The sun's up there too. When words we hear don't fit the day, when we worry what we did or didn't do, what if we close our eyes, say any word we love that makes us feel calm, slip it into the atmosphere and rise. Creamy miles of quiet, giant swoop of blue. If you want to continue this trust and calm that you've generated through your practice, I recommend following with the Yoga Nidra for self-love. We'll put it in the comments. You can continue with it now or cue it up for your next practice. May this trust in calm that you've generated in your practice radiate out in trust and calm for all beings.